Morning guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the West Ham fan channel, the Three Hammers. Just basically a little update video of some transfer news and just news that's out there in general. There's nothing major, so once a week I try to get a little summary of what I've read over the last sort of 24 hours. Most of the stuff is sort of names that are already being linked to us in the summer. The big one that's come out is the potential replacement for Lucas Paquetá. Obviously, it's the biggest secret, biggest unkept secret in probably transfer football this summer is that Lucas Paquetá will probably, be a Manchester City player in the summer. The name that's been linked is, you will definitely know the name, Pablo Dybala, former Juventus, Argentina World Cup winner who now plays for Roma. 30 years old though now, and as I say, slightly injury prone. Fantastic footballer. I remember the first game second game, wasn't it, at the London Stadium when we played Juventus, and that was a 22-year-old Pablo Dybala, and at the time touted as the next big thing in Argentina football. Listen, he's a fantastic footballer, a brilliant footballer if you can keep him fit. The rumoured price ain't too bad actually. The rumoured price, and again for a 30-year-old who, you might get 3 or 4 seasons out of. So, let's say we got 3 seasons out of him if he did come. That's only 10 million a season, which isn't bad in today's football. If you get, Pablo Dybala, performing at a really good level for us. He's, like I say, fantastic footballer. I think we should be moving on from players like that. I wouldn't mind him and another, if you get Pablo Dybala in, because we need more attacking talent, because when Paquetá goes, it will literally be Bowen and Kudus. So if you got Dybala in for 20 million, there's a bit of a punt. I say punt, he's probably going to be on ridiculous wages. And then you go and get, we show a bit of ambition with the 85 million, maybe try and get Eze, or like a Morgan Gibbs-White, someone like that, try and show some real ambition and get a real special player like that. Then, I wouldn't be against that Dybala signing at all. Let me know what you guys think on that. It's a weird one. The other big rumour is we're linked to Keita again from Antwerp. Already sort of preparing, for Calvin Phillips obviously not signing. There's probably zero chance of Calvin Phillips signing now. He's not been good enough. He's not had any sort of impact. If anything, the impacts have been negative. He's not fit. It's not a good signing. Is he a good player? Yes, but will he get up to that level again? I don't know. I think he's missed too much football over the years. And I bet he's worrying about his England place now because he's, shown that he's not up to it. Whilst he's sitting on the bench at City, the only thing Southgate had to go on was his last England games rather than what he's been doing for West Ham. So this Keita guy, I think he's 20, it's either, I can't remember exactly, he's either 20 or 25. I read the article this morning. If we can get someone like that's the sort of signing you'd be expecting Steiden to be bringing in. Some of these players that you don't quite know about, who when Onana was about, and just some players like that, some young players that can go on and have big values and like sort of more or less double what we paid for them within a season or a season and a half, like Kudus. Kudus, 40 million. How much would you be paying to get him out of West Ham now? Probably around 70 million, 75 million. Alvarez, how much is he worth now? Come in, good price. He's proved how good he is in the Premier League already. So that it's all things like that. In terms of the Roma thing again as well, another thing I read, actually Napoli it was, sorry. Apparently they're looking at Mavropanos, so that's another one to keep an eye on. I wouldn't sell him. I think there's a good potential. I think he's getting better and better as the weeks go on. So I wouldn't be selling Konstantinos, or Dinos as we call him. That was another one. What else did I read? The only other sort of thing I read that keeps coming out, you guys probably read it now, is Paquetá stuff about the FA had to come out and basically deny that the case had been settled, because there was loads of stuff coming out that, oh, you know, we've been settled, he's cleared to play, nothing's come of it, they dropped the charges. And the FA came out and said, no, that's completely wrong. You know, the case is still there. You know, there's still things to fight for it. So, listen, this is going to rumble on a little bit. And this is the only thing. I don't wish it on a player, obviously. You want them to go on and, you know, be able to play football and do what they want to do. But if it does rumble on through the summer, you know, could there be a chance? Could there be a chance that Lucas stays, which would be incredible for us? You know, if we could keep him for another year, it'd just be incredible. But yeah, listen, I expect that to be wrapped up. They're saying that lawyers are sort of starting to fret now on his side. You know, they want to get it done as quickly as possible so he can get his big money move to City. Listen, if he does go, and I do believe he will go, at the end of the day, we've got a massive profit on him. Gutted to see him go. We probably won't get a player like that again for a little while. You know, Payet was the last one, you know, of that magic aura. But I do believe, like I say, I do believe that Tim Steidten is more than capable of getting in a player that will be able to do a job. Maybe not as good, and will be a bit more of a prospect and a, you know, a project signing than what Paquetá was sort of more or less ready-made after, you know, 6 months or whatever. But yeah, we'll wait and see on that one. That's about it, guys. Like I say, it's just more or less a summary. All the pundits were coming out again, weren't they, about Moyes. Richard Keys was the latest one. You know, ooh, West Ham need to learn, and Karen Brady should be in there putting pressure for give Moyes a contract, blah blah blah. No thanks, Rich. We want him gone at the end of the season. Anyway, I've rambled on, like I say, very bitty video, but that's what it was all about, you know, just all the headlines from today. Until tomorrow, guys, or until, you know, a big bit of news comes out, if any, enjoy your week and build up to Thursday. Come on, you boys.